Hi, folks. This is Michael Vegliano. I did a video on globalist agenda, and I decided to do, and that was like 3 weeks ago. The videos on my channel, but I really want to do some kind of a follow up with the Rothschild family. So I got this information from fandom.com. That's a really good site, got a lot of good information on it. And I'm going to read you from the page that I got it from. And there is a timeline, but I just don't have the time to go through the timeline with you on this video. But I'll give you the address and the description, and that way you can go there and you can read the timeline for yourself. Excuse me. But I will read something from it, and well, here it goes. Rothschild family is the richest family in the world. They control somewhere in the area of 550 trillion dollars U.S., which is roughly half the money in the world circulation. The Rothschilds have been in control of the world for a very long time, their tentacles reaching into many aspects of our daily lives, as is documented in the following timeline. That you'll have to read for yourself. Like I said, I'll leave that address in the description box. However, before you jump into the timeline, please read this valuable instruction, which, okay, I'm going to read it for you. The Rothschilds claim that they are Jewish, when in fact they are Khazars. They are from a country called Khazaria, which occupies a land locked between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, which is now predominantly occupied by Georgia. The reason the Rothschilds claim to be Jews is that the Khazars, under the instruction of the king, converted to the Jewish faith in 1740 AD. But of course, that did not include converting their Aztec Mongolian genes to genes of the Jewish people. You will find that approximately 90% of the people in the world today who call themselves Jews are actually Khazars, or as they like to be known, Ascarian Jews. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's spelled Ashenzi, Jews. These people knowingly lie to the world with their claims that the land of Israel is theirs by birthright, when in actual fact their real homeland is over 800 miles away in Georgia. So next time you hear an Israeli prime minister bleating about the so-called persecution of the Jews, consider this: every prime minister of Israel has been an Ashkenazi Jew. Therefore, when all these prime ministers have curried favor with the West for their re-establishment of a Jewish homeland, they have knowingly and deliberately lied to you, as they were never from that region, and they well know it, because it is they who call themselves Ashkenazi Jews. The book of Revelation, chapter 2, verses 9, states the following, which would appear to be about these Ascarian Jews. I know thy works, in tribulations, in poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. The most wealthy bloodline in the world, none known, the most wealthy bloodline in the world, none, and the leader of the Ashkenazi Jews in the world today is the Rothschild family. As you will see in the timeline, the Rothschilds have obtained a position through lies, manipulation, and murder. The bloodline also extends into the royal families of Europe and the following family names: Astor, Bundy, Collins, DuPont, Freeman, Kennedy, Morgan, Ophir, Rockefeller, Sassoon, Schiff, Taft, Van Dorn. However, these are not the only bloodlines to worry about. You are probably aware of the centuries-old practice undertaken by many Ashkenazi Jews whereby they would change their name in order for them to appear part of the dominant race of the country in which they live, so as they could explain influential positions in that country. So they could obtain influential positions in that country, which they would then exploit to serve their real masters elsewhere. There is plenty of evidence to prove the Rothschilds continue that deceptive tradition. Furthermore, the Rothschilds are known to sire many children secretly that they can put in positions of power when required. This started with the very first man who took the name Rothschild, who had a secret sixth son. Finally, remember, the world is a diverse place. I could, if I wanted, change my name to Rothschild or any other names listed above, and that would not make me part of this family any more than converting to Judaism in 740 AD will make these Ashkenazi Jewish, Ashkenazi Jewish. Please, therefore, do not automatically assume somebody you see with the name Rothschild or any other names listed above are part of the Rothschild criminal network. Furthermore, and most importantly, the majority of the Ashkenazi Jews are innocent and not part of this network. Check the facts out for yourself first. Okay, so I want to move on. There's a part in this timeline where I thought was very interesting. I just wanted to bring this out to you so you knew where I was going with this Rothschild thing. See, Rothschilds invented the Illuminati. They brought that out. But at some point in time on that timeline, the Illuminati got caught. The organization got caught, and the authorities dismissed it, which squelched the Illuminati for a while, but still alive, mind you. So here it is. In 1871, an American general named Albert Pike, who had been enticed into the Illuminati by Giuseppe Mazzini, completes his military blueprint for 3 world wars and various revolutions throughout the world. culminating into moving his great conspiracy into its final stage. The First World War is to be fought for the purpose of destroying the Tsar in Russia, as promised by Nathan Mayer Rothschild in 1815. The Tsar is to be replaced with communism, which is to be used to attack predominantly Christian religions, predominantly Christian. The differences between the British and the German empires are to be used to ferment this war. The Second World War is to be used to ferment the controversy between fascism and political Zionism, or Zionism, with the slaughter of Jews in Germany, a linchpin in bringing hatred against the German people. This is designed to destroy fascism, which the Rothschilds created, and increase the power of political Zionism. This war is also designed to increase the power of communism to the level that it equaled that of United Christendom. The Third World War is to be played out by stirring up hatred of the Muslims, of the Muslim world, for the purposes of playing the Islamic world and the political Zionists off against one another. While this is going on, the remaining nations would be forced to fight themselves into a state of mental, physical, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. On August 15th of this year, 1871, Albert Pike writes a letter, and this is in the British Museum, by the way, to Giuseppe Manzini, in which he states the following: "We shall unleash the nihilist and the atheist, and we shall provoke a great social cataclysm which in all its horror will show clearly to all nations the effect of absolute atheism, the origins of slavery, and of most bloody turmoil. Then everywhere the people will be forced to defend themselves against the world minority of the world revolutionaries, and will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitudes disillusioned with Christianity, whose spirits will be from that moment without direction and leadership, and anxious for a deal, but without knowledge where to send its adoration, while receive the true light through the universal manifest of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought finally out into public view, a manifestation which will result from a general reactionary movement which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time." Pike, who, having been elected as Sovereign Grand Commander of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry's southern jurisdiction in 1859, was the most powerful Freemason in America. He would retain that post for 32 years until his death in 1891. He also published a book on the subject in 1872 entitled "Morals and Dogma of the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry," in which he candidly states the following: "Lucifer, the light bearer, strange and mysterious name to give to the spirit of darkness. Lucifer, the son of the morning, is is it he? Uh, is it he who bears the light, and with his splendors intolerable blinds feeble, sensual, or selfish souls? Of course, this is a question. I'm sorry about that. And then he says, doubt it not. So you see, this is what that's all about. This is what this uh, globalist agenda is all about. It's very dark, very hateful. They want what they want, and they don't care what they gotta do or who they gotta kill to get it. This is the plan, the agenda. And this is what we're seeing daily now out here. It's coming into play, folks. And of course, it's in the Bible. God's already stated that this sort of thing is going to happen. It's the world order. It's going to happen. And he tells you exactly the way it's going to happen. But these are the folks, these are the dark people that are driving this all home. So there are things that you're gonna see that are scary out there. You're gonna see a lot of death from pestilence, and that's going across the country, folks. It really is. It's going across the country. There's many viruses out there, many of them out there that are just killing people, and these illnesses are not by accident. They were purposely put here. Cut the population down. I mean, that's their big whole idea is to take out 90% of the world's population and keep 10% so they can rule over them. It's easier to rule over 10% than 90, or the whole thing. So now we must watch. And for those that are really worried about it, I want to give you a little comfort here. God tells us not to worry about any of this. It's going to happen, but He wants you to come to Him. He wants you to believe His Son died on the cross for your sin. He wants you back in heaven. Alright, as simple as that. And once you do that, He's going to put His shield around you and protect you against everything. See, you must have faith in Him, and you must suffer on. But no, He's in your corner and He's going to protect you. It's very crucial that you do know this, because, somewhere down the line, this is going to get really bad. God says it is. So, go to Him today. Get on your knees. Talk to Him. Allow Him into your heart. Well, that's it for today. That's all I have for this today. Thank you for listening. And if you want to see some more of these videos, just subscribe, click that bell, and they'll be available for you. Like I said, what I've read, I will put the address down in the description box, so you can go and follow up on that. And you're going to find that timeline very interesting. Believe me. Alright. I've got to say goodbye. God bless. and keep the faith, people. I'm out.